Hey guys, Trash Picture Show here, and my gorgeous partner in crime, Jen Mitchell, tagged me in Sean Earschan's top 10 performances in horror movies tag. And if you haven't checked out Sean's channel, what the fuck are you doing? Check it out. The dude's awesome, the channel's awesome. Go there, go to the horror corner. I demand you go there right after you watch this video because I'm putting effort into it. So yeah, my number 10 pick is going to be a basic horror bitch answer. But yeah, I'm going to go with Ash Williams. But specifically Ash from Army of Darkness, because I think this is really where the character spawned. He was kind of a nobody wimp in the first movie, and then he was mainly a kind of heroic buffoon in the second, but where the character's personality really shone through and the character we know and love today spawned from Army of Darkness. And yeah, he's such a bastard in this. I forgot how much of a prick Ash is in Army of Darkness. He is just treating everyone like shit. He's just treating the princess like trash, and he is bitching and whining the whole time. And you know what? I can't blame him. If my girlfriend came back from the dead, I had to hack off her head, then fight a bunch of zombie creatures, then get thrown through a portal in time to be nearly fed to a witch creature in a fucking dungeon, I'd be fairly fucking narky too. And yeah, it's Bruce Campbell's performance. You can't but like this bollocks no matter what he says or does. And that is solely down to Bruce Campbell. Again, this is the definitive version of Ash. All the subsequent media, be it comic books, video games, even Ash vs. the Evil Dead, this is the template for that Ash. And again, Bruce Campbell just brims the character to life. And yeah, easily gets the number 10 spot. Number 9, Lance Henrikson as Ed Harley in Pumpkinhead. Henrikson always turns out a great performance, be it in Aliens as Bishop or Frank Black in Millennium. But there's something about his role as Ed Harley that just hits so fucking hard. Maybe it's him portraying a parent who has just lost his entire world when his child is killed in an accident, or maybe it's a man who realised he's damned his soul for a fleeting moment of anger in order to seek vengeance. It's just a powerhouse of fucking emotion, and in every frame of that film, Henrikson brings emotion to bear. It is just such a compelling performance. And yeah, sure, you can write this flick off as a silly creature feature, but there is a legitimacy and a stake to this movie. It's a visually spectacular movie. Again, this was Stan Winston's directorial debut, and he does not disappoint. But besides the amazing creature work, it's Henrikson that holds this movie together. You just feel so bad for the guy. Not only has he just lost his son, but in a fleeting moment of rage, he has cast himself to pure damnation. The scene where the teenagers try and apologise to him, and he just looks up with sheer hatred in his eyes. That's fucking amazing. It's this emotional roller coaster of a performance that Henrikson gives that bags him the number 9 spot. Easy. Number 8. Kurt Russell as R.J. McCready in John Carpenter's The Thing. This is a cool fucking performance. An entire cast with big heavy hitter character actors, but there's just something about Russell's role as McCready. From the offset, we get so many hints to this character. Now, I'm not doubting it's a combination of great direction from John Carpenter, but there's just a way that Russell holds himself as the character McCready. While everyone else is huddled around discussing what to do, McCready's always to one side. It's established at the start of the movie, while everyone is at the main compound, McCready's up in his shack. You get the feeling McCready only survived because he never trusted these fuckers to begin with, and that was before the alien turned up. I always theorised that McCready was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam and was suffering from severe PTSD. And as a result of this PTSD, I always saw him as borderline suicidal and very jaded. Someone who doesn't like to lose at any cost, even if it's their own life. We kind of get a cheeky hint to this. He pours whiskey into his computer because he's been beaten at a game of chess. Again, this hints to the end of the movie. He doesn't want to lose at any cost. He'll burn the entire camp down. Sure, it's to save humanity, but you get the feeling that McCready now has a personal grudge against the thing, and that is all down to an excellent performance by the legendary Kurt Russell, which cements him at the number 8 spot. Number 7 has to be Charles S. Dutton as Dylan in Alien 3. This is an interesting character, and Dutton's performance is turned up to 11. I mean, the guy makes Dylan so compelling. Even though we know his heinous background, we still want to root for the dude, and he's able to go toe to toe with Sigourney Weaver in this movie. Again, I think it's a shame that, like everything else with Alien 3, no one acknowledges this performance. It's almost Oscar worthy, that rousing speech he gives to the prisoners, essentially telling them they're well past redemption, but for once in their lives to do something for themselves. This easily gets the number 7 spot for me. My number 6 has to be Tony Todd as Ben in the Tom Savini Night of the Living Dead remake. Now, first off, I want to say I am not disparaging Dwayne Jones' performance. That role in the original Night of the Living Dead was a milestone for both horror and African American characters portrayed in cinema, and it is still a magnificent performance to this day. But for me, there is something about Tony Todd's version of Ben that just resonates. Be it rallying the survivors and trying to stand up to Cooper when shit's hitting the fan, or struggling to hold back the tears as he's recanting his story to Barbara about how he survived the incident at Beatman's Diner. It's just an amazing performance. And sure, everyone knows Tony Todd as Candyman, but for me, his portrayal of Ben is just absolutely standout. And yeah, he has to get the number 6 spot for this role. My number 5 has to be Jeffrey Combs as Herbert West in the cult classic Reanimator. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is an absolute delight in this movie. Imagine if Sheldon Cooper was a mad fucking scientist, and you might even have a glimmer of what Jeffrey Combs is trying to do with this character. Jeffrey Combs, Herbert West, was textbook neurodivergent before people knew what neurodivergent was. He has no social graces and cannot read social cues, much to the frustration of his med student partner Dan. And yeah, it's a wonderful role. You just don't know, do I hate this guy? Do I like this guy? He's not a villain per se, but he's definitely a cause of 90% of the calamities that happens in Reanimator. I mean, this wonderful motherfucker is completely oblivious to the harm he's doing throughout the movie. Fuck it, I've killed the professor, let's fucking bring him back. Fuck it, I've killed Dan's cat, let's bring him back. I mean, to Herbert West, society as a whole is just a scientific petri dish for him to experiment on, and there is no ethical reason that he shouldn't. And again, Combs' performance, you don't know whether to love Herbert West or fucking want to strangle him. It's just that good. And again, it's Jeffrey Combs. He's brilliant in anything he stars in, and that's why he gets the number 5 spot. My number 4 pick is Katherine Isabelle as Mary Mason in American Mary. Now, like or love, I have my problems with the Soska sisters. This is a great movie, and this is a wonderful performance. Everyone will go with Ginger Fitzgerald for Isabel's best performance, but I think she fucking slays it as Mary Mason in this. There's something about Katherine Isabelle's performance that lends herself to something of a, dare I say, a Hammer horror femme fatale. She has pathos, and us as an audience, when we're just about to rationalise her actions, she goes off and does something incredibly sinister and incredibly malice-filled. And there is a deviousness and a real methodical evil when she's about to commit certain actions. And like Ginger Fitzgerald, you never know, well, should I be siding with her or not siding with her? And this is another outstanding performance by Katherine Isabelle as Mary Mason. You just don't know where you stand with this character, and that's the reason Katherine Isabelle in American Mary gets my number 4 spot on this list. My number 3 is such a fun role, and it is such a brilliant actor. He is no stranger to horror, but Tom Atkins as Detective Ray Cameron in Night of the Creeps. This is a brilliant performance. It's so fun, but it's got a hell of a lot of heart, and it's cheesy, but Atkins makes this character so damn likable. So what we have is a detective, a world-weary detective, who saw his prom date be murdered by an axe murderer, and as a result is the most jaded motherfucker on the planet. And yeah, he just wants to lay down and fucking die. But unfortunately for him, two freshmen who wanted to join a fraternity end up unlocking an alien parasite that turns the recently dead into zombies. So it's up to these nerds, the prom queen, and Detective Cameron to take out these zombies. And again, Atkins is just fucking killing it in this role. Whether it's dispatching undead jocks with a 12-gauge shotgun or delivering some of the cheesiest one-liners.
I got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
Atkins is just fucking sensational in this role, and I wholeheartedly think he deserves the number 3 spot. My number 2 has to be Rudgar Hower as John Ryder, the Hitcher. This is an amazing fucking performance. Rudgar Hower in this movie is a force of nature rather than a fucking slasher villain. He just appears, causes fucking chaos, disappears like some kind of tornado, like some kind of natural disaster. And what's scary is, not only does he not give a shit about the lives of those he's tormenting, he doesn't care about his own fucking safety either. It's like a guy trying to commit suicide the long way around, but wants to make everyone else's life a fucking misery as a result. And yeah, it is just so good. Just Howard added nuances to John Ryder as well, where he's driving away in the truck and he holds his hanky out the window and lets it blow away in the wind. That was all fucking Rudgar Hower. And it's no surprise, one of the bases for Heath Ledger's Joker is John Ryder in The Hitcher. And yeah, again, easily wins the number 2 spot for me. And number 1 has to be Claude Reigns in James Whale's The Invisible Man. This performance is amazing. Reigns' performance is magnificent. With the use of only his voice, he portrays the pathos, but also the degradation of Jack Griffin's mental state. I mean, talk about making the best of a bad situation. He goes from wanting to cure himself to wanting to rule the fucking world. And that speech he gives, I'm going to leave a segment of it here because it is so fucking good.
Power, I said. Power to walk into the gold vaults of the nations, into the secrets of kings, into the holy of holies. Power to make multitudes run squealing in terror at the touch of my little invisible finger. Even the moon's frightened of me, frightened to death. The whole world's frightened to death.
But again, in 1933, Claude Reigns, using only his voice, makes one of the most sinister, terrifying and indelible characters through history, and there is no wonder he was added to the Universal Monsters Pantheon. He is just so good. So yeah guys, that is my top 10 favourite horror performances in movies by Sean Earschan. I implore you all to do this tag. I have to thank my gorgeous girlfriend for tagging me in this. And yeah, if you get a chance, check out Sean's channel, check out Jen's channel, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.